Good morning, traders, and welcome to this week's weekly market analysis, Monday, the 2nd of November. All right, let's just jump straight into it. Bring up my chart and let's get going. We'll kick off with the Aussie US dollar. This is what I'm looking at the moment. That's the chart. Let me zoom in a little bit. I think I mentioned this particular chart through the daily call throughout the week, but what I can see right now is I have just produced here an inside candle situation. Okay, it is on the bottom of this line, so we could have an opportunity to trade this upwards. Now let me just go through the details so that you can all see. This candle here is, you can see, contained and hence inside of that one over there. Okay, so the little one that I'm circling right now, that's this morning's candle. So the way that you would trade this is at the break of the high there, we would be buyers in the market there with our stop being placed over here. Now, should it break the low of the inside candle, well, then you would have to cancel your order out and it wouldn't be valid. Now, the other thing that I want to have a quick look at is, do I have enough room to make this a justifiable trade? So let's say the entry would be there somewhere, the stop would be there somewhere. Oops, it's a bit crooked. And I can see that if this was to go to here, we would be hitting this possible resistance line, and I can see that this potential target is smaller than this stop loss. So in other words, my reward is smaller than the risk. So this is a kind of trade that does not make sense. Okay, now if we had picked it up earlier, like from this point, what we would have found is that the ratios were more in our favor, but as it stands, it's a no. So what we can do with this one, let me just delete this little zone here. Let me look at it again. Look, to be perfectly honest, this one looks more like it's going to be a bouncy ball kind of scenario, although it has come from underneath. That's the only difference. Normally when they come from above and they bounce, and they just drop down. So look, this one, Aussie US dollar, there is a little trade there. The risk reward is not in our favor, so we're not going to take that one, and we're just going to sit and watch on the Aussie dollar at the moment. So nevertheless, it was a good opportunity to show you why I am not taking it, even though the setup is there right now. Okay, let's move along. Let's have a look at the Euro USD. Okay, zoom out. You can see that I've got these lines that I've marked out. Just because I've got that line marked out, it does not necessarily mean this line, the bottom one, is, oops, it's gone crooked, is not a support line. Not yet, all right? For it to be a line, I need two confirmed touches. So naturally, if the market came down to here and then shot up, then that would be touch number one, touch number two, and then I can say, yes, that is a support line, okay? But right now I cannot. But what I will do is, it has come to that level before. If I get price action reversal here, okay, and I get it confirmed, it will be a little bit more aggressive and slightly lower probability, but I could attempt a trade up in anticipation that it will reverse, and it has had at least one historical point at that level. All right, now if you feel that that is too aggressive, well, then you need to wait till your line has two confirmed touches on it before you consider anything. All right, now for me, I'm okay with that as long as I get the reversal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark out this region here. Let's wait and see if this steps into this region, shows me, produces, should I say, an inside candle or a reversal price action candle pattern, and then that will be my trigger to become a buyer. All right, so there you have it. That's my Euro USD. Moving along, have a look at the US yen. All right, the US yen looks more like the bouncy ball type scenario because the market has come from above. Okay, bounce, 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 and will it fall down? Okay, so I was trying to find the trade here to shoot upwards. Let me zoom in so we can all see a bit better. I was trying to find that there, and there was an engulfing candle right here, those two there, and anything is it dipped below that line, and I didn't like it. That's why I didn't call this one out. I did see it. I think I saw that on Thursday last week. I felt that the body of the candles was below or here, and I just didn't like the line placement. I tried to jiggle it, moving the line a little bit more like that, but then I felt that I was getting too far into the wick, and I didn't like the line placement there. So essentially I did not call this one out. So what I'll do now is I'm happy to just, for a bouncy ball type effect, I'm happy to leave the line in that region somewhere, and then what we can look for is look for the market to come into this region somewhere. Okay, and then if you get price action there, look to try and trade it down and try and trade through the support and into that fall off the table type trade, and which could give us a trade that could even reap rewards in the 3-to-1 region. All right, now what we can also do is we can possibly draw a line at the top. Let me just see. This line that I'm just drawing here, it's just indicative so that you can have an idea of where to expect the return down. Okay, so if we get something happening in this region here, so price goes to there, gives us reversal, then you can try to trade it back down towards this level. But if you want to hang in there, you can try and trade through the break and down and get that maximum reward. All right, so let's just keep it on the alerts. I've marked that out. Let's see if the market comes to us, and we'll take it from there. All right, that's the US yen for this week. Let's have a look at the GBP USD. This one's very similar to the Euro USD. You can see that I've already marked this region out. I want to, let me move it across a little bit. Let's see if perhaps the market can come into this region here and then give us an opportunity to trade off it. Now again, it will be a little bit on the aggressive side because this bottom line that I've got drawn in is not a support line yet. If I get the confirmation over here of price action reversing back up, that's what will confirm it. But at the moment it's not. I'm happy to take the trade based on that, and let's just see what happens on that one. Other than that, there's nothing else really showing on the GBP USD. So let's see if we can get that to happen for us. Okay, I'll just leave that mark there so that I remember what I was doing. Okay, let me have a look at the US CAD. Okay, US CAD, I've got a converging triangle happening. So I've got a touch, I've got a touch, I've got a touch. Oh, and I've already got that's an inside candle situation, these two here. Okay, so this one's set for us. Let's see if we've got enough room. The entry would be at the break of the inside candle down the bottom. So the entry would be in this direction. The stop would be there. So that distance there to here, it's about 1-to-1 before you get to this support level. But hang on, let me just redraw the support level, because if I catch it about there. Okay, so there's a bit more room. Okay, I feel there's enough room on this one. So what we can do with the US CAD, we can place our pending order at the break of the inside candle there to trade down. Place your stop just above there somewhere. Okay, now don't forget, if this current candle breaks the high there of the inside candle, you need to come back and then cancel out the pending order, because then it's no longer a valid trade. Alright, so we have a valid setup here. This is the US CAD. We can place our pending order into the market to become sellers. Let's see how this one plays out for us. I will track it for us throughout the week as well. Alright, so there you go. That's the US CAD with a pending order in play. Let's move along. Euro Yen. Okay, Euro Yen. Alright, we can see that we've come out of that converging triangle and we've definitely shot away. So let me just remove this one. Actually, let me just check something. I think I might have a channel happening here. Let me see. Try and draw it in. Okay, I'm happy with this. So we've got a channel developing here. Definitely we've got one touch at the top and two at the top, sorry. So that top line is locked in. We've got one down the bottom. Now with a channel, it's different to those other ones that I showed you before where I only had one touch. So this effectively, this line here, if I can get reversal here, it's a much higher probability than in the case of the Euro USD that I showed you before, or the GBP USD, where, let me just go back so that you can see what I mean. So for example here, see this one here, trading off there is a lower probability than the Euro Yen that I'm showing you right now, because this top line is also just a line that I've drawn in. That's not a channel. Okay, it looks like a channel, but it's not, because I don't have the two touches at the top. All right, whereas if you look at the Euro Yen, I've got the two touches at the top. Okay, and the parallel line's got one touch, so that's all locked in. Over here, all I need now is price action reversal, and then bang, I am a buyer on the Euro Yen. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Let me just put a mark on my chart so that when I quickly glance through this, I will remember and know what I'm looking for. Okay, there you have it. If this one sets up through the week, I'll make sure that I call it so that we don't miss out. All right, there you have it. Euro Yen is falling channel. We're waiting for the confirmation now to enter into the market. Let's move along. Let's have a look at the Kiwi US dollar. Okay, Kiwi US dollar. We're still inside now. If you look at these two lines, okay, first of all, while I'm on the topic, that's got two touches. This has got two touches. So these two lines are definitely confirmed. So this could be a channel. Now, unfortunately, we're right in the middle of that channel. So what I would want to happen is for it to come down here, look for the reversal and buy, or alternatively, go up there, look for the reversal and sell. At the moment, we're right in the middle. So basically, I am going to do nothing. Okay, I'm just going to monitor it, and if anything, I'll just extend these lines out so that to help me along. Oops. All right, there we go. Okay, so there you have it. That's my Kiwi US dollar. All right, let's have a look at the Aussie 200. Oh, okay, the Aussie 200, I remember we were tracking that top line, and we had been, oops, that's very hard to draw here. We were tracking that. That broke up a little bit, but then it's tucked back in. Oh, I don't really like this one at all. Oh, look, I'm just going to mark out a zone. What I've done is I've just marked a zone, catching the new low and the new high, and I'm just going to monitor this. Right now there is no trade for me, no interest at all, but I'm just marking out that zone just to see what develops. Okay, so I've got nothing for you on the Aussie 200. Let's look at the final one for the week. Gold. Okay, gold is also in no man's land. Let me just look at a much bigger picture. See if there's any patterns that I recognize. No, look, gold, I've got nothing for you also. If anything, what I'll do is I'll mark a line down the bottom here. And what I'm looking for is I'm looking, I'm not predicting that this is going to happen, but what the most probable thing that may occur is that this breaks the pattern, comes back up, and then continues down. Okay, so I would be interested in looking, that's the point where I would look for my first trade. All right, so right now I need to see what happens, because what I've just drawn may not occur, and in fact this may just go up, so there's no damage done. So all I'm doing is I'm marking out what I think may occur, and then if it does, then I know what to look for next. So I'm looking for the first phase of the next wave of setup trades. Okay, so there you have it. That's my gold. That's all the majors this week. Now this week is also a big week in news. Let me bring that up so that I can show you, and I'll just talk you through that. Just one moment. Okay, so the most obvious one is we have the presidential elections happening. Okay, that's Wednesday throughout the whole day. How much of an impact that will have on the markets is difficult to say. Probably the flow from stocks in or out of the currency is the biggest mover. So look out for the US dollar, and look out for any index traders. You know, if you're trading the Dow Jones or the Aussie 200, any of the major exchanges. Okay, so that's the elections. We have our interest rates decision. RBA is on Tuesday afternoon. Okay, let's see what happens there, and the monetary policy statement that accompanies that. We also have the rates decision from the UK. All right, and then of course we also have non-farm payrolls, which happens on Friday night. Well, it's marked as Saturday because it's crossed over after midnight. Now remember, right now the rest of the world has gone into they've come out of daylight savings. We've gone in, so now our crossover times is 1 additional hour. All right, so there you have it. That's the highlights. Please make sure that you look out for that. Oh, one other one, which is pretty big as well, that I've just missed, is here. It's the FOMC statement. Happens on basically Thursday night or Friday morning before our world starts. That could be a big mover for the US dollar, in particular in conjunction with whatever is happening if there is a result. We don't think there will be by that stage, we're not sure, so that statement becomes key. All right, there you have it, guys. Any questions, please feel free to contact us. You can follow me on Twitter at ChatFX for trade setups and breaking news. Most importantly, hope you all have a fantastic trading week. Have a great week. I'll speak to you tomorrow on the daily call, and just take note of those times. Don't get caught up in any trades that you do not plan to be part of. Bye for now.